Welcome back to Veneer Creations Tutorials. This week we're going to be making this stunning crystal suncatcher in an orb form. The DIY kit for this tutorial will be linked down below and all the materials will be on that listing. And other than that, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to do is get your two hoops. These are 4-inch hoops. And you're going to kind of slot them into each other like this. So you've got to kind of force it in so so that it gets to the middle of each hoop. So around here on each hoop, so they kind of like match up. Do have to kind of force it a little so that it's in the middle like this. You've got like an X at the top. Now you might have to play around with it for a while to get it in. Sometimes you might see this hoop here is inside this one. If you're struggling, swap them around and try and get this hoop inside this one. Sometimes that can help. But it's quite easy. It really never takes me long to get that bit done. So don't put it down, because as soon as you put it down, the pressure will make it ping out. First we need to get our wire. So I'm going to put it down now because I've not pre-cut my wire, which I probably should have done. I'm just going to measure 10 centimetres of the thin wire, which is the 26 gauge wire. So that's 10 centimetres. I'm going to actually cut them all now, so you'll need 4 at 10 centimetres. There we go. Right, and then get that back in place. Actually stayed in place quite well, that one. Just going to make sure it's in the actual middle, because I feel like it might not be. Move it along a little bit. There, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to get my first 10 centimetre and I'm going to place it under in the middle like this. And then I'm going to start wrapping. Once it's secure, it'll feel really like it won't move, but this bit feels a bit like wobbly and it is moving a bit. And then I'm going to wrap this side, just going one way. Can you see? Then get your next 10 centimetre and pop it underneath the other way, so it's going this way now. The first piece you did went that way. This one's going that way. So you're just going to do the exact same thing. And you can already feel it's getting stronger and it's getting less fiddly, because it's just becoming like a strong base for you to work off now. And then it should be like a crisscross, can you see? You've got wire going both ways now. That's going to make it super strong. Turn it over and do the exact same on the other side. That now feels so secure. Obviously I'm not going to like rip it out or anything, but look how secure that is. Now I can put it down and it's completely fine. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to tie this on next before I do anything else, because I kind of want it to sit in the middle. The thing that's quite hard with these is getting your string to sit in the middle so that your suncatcher, when you're hanging it, doesn't kind of go to the side. So you want to have everything very central. So I'm going to tie this piece of string on. So I'm doing a knot, you see there, and I'm just going to tie it as central as I can, so it needs to sit in the middle. Then I'm going to go, when you've tied it, just in a one knot, not a double knot, you're going to go under. So you've tied it that way, now I'm going to go under that way and under the opposite way like this. So it's like you've gone, oh, I don't know if that makes sense, I need to do it again. So you've tied it there in one knot, so you've tied it from this way and that way. Now you're going to go the other way, so it's like a crisscross, so you're making a cross. Can you see what I mean? So every side, oh, has string on it. Anyway, then you're going to tie another knot, but this time you're going to do a double knot on the top. There we go. And then, because this is going to be where you hang it, you can just tie a double knot on the top, so it's like you've got your loop. I'm going to tie it in a triple knot, and then I'm going to cut the excess off with my scissors. There you go. So that's quite central, because I've done it 4 ways. So you tie it one way, then you go around the opposite ways. It kind of just sits more in central for me. You might find a different way is better for you, but I just prefer it that way. Right, so now we're going to start adding the crystal chips, which is the most fun part. I'm going to use amethyst for this, but you could use whichever chips you want. I'll have a choice of, I think I've got seven choices of crystal chips on the shop if you're wanting to buy the DIY kit. We have amethyst, clear quartz, green aventurine, obsidian, citrine, and aquamarine, blue aquamarine. Right, so now I'm getting my next piece of wire. Make sure it's the full metre piece. So if you can measure that before you start, that'd be brilliant. And what we're going to do first is we're going to wrap around where we've just kind of tied this string. So we're only going to wrap around twice, so 1 and 2. And then where this kind of lies here, we're going to go down this line here, this side, or this curve, whatever. So first I'm going to wrap round this 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3. So as you can see there, I'm going to zoom you in, then I can just kind of do it here like this. Perfect. And now we're just going to, if you've done one before, you'll probably know how to do this already. If not, then you want to see. So get one of your clear prism beads and just put it into the wire, or thread it through the wire all the way down like this. Hold it kind of on the outer part of the hoop and then wrap around, all the way around, so you've got kind of like a double. I don't need to hold it up anymore because it's zoomed in. You see you've gone around twice there, and then get your chip. Don't worry, I'll show you a few times because, so I'm going to thread my amethyst now. All the way down that metre of wire. And then we're going to go around and round. Next will be a clear. Thread it through all the way around, all the way down your wire. Can you see it's starting to make the pretty pattern? Kind of makes these Suncatchers look as stunning as they are. And another amethyst I'm going to go for now. So if you wanted to, you could even find your own beads and do your own kind of pattern with this. But if you wanted to do the exact one that I've done, the kit will be linked down below. So, one more time before I time lapse the rest of it. We go in with the clear bead all the way down the wire. We hold it in place on the outer part of the hoop and we go around once and we go around twice. Then we get our amethyst bead and we do the exact same. One and two. Right, just keep going till you get all the way to this side. So now we've come to the end of that half circle. It's all wrapped. We've done clear, amethyst, we've done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and then I've added another clear on the end. Now we're going to wrap, wrap, wrap 3 times, can you see? And then we're going to wrap twice round here. So I'm just going to push that along so it'll kind of goes down a little. You should only have 11 clear and 10 amethyst. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 amethyst and 11 clear, and then you can kind of push it along to kind of fit. Now I'm going to go around this bit to secure it even more. So we're going to go around once. So you're going like round and then round twice, can you see? That's going to secure it and I'm just going to cut that off and that's going to be that bit finished. Keep that wire to one side because you'll probably use that later. It's always good to have spare wire. That is one side done. Now we're going to do the next side of the same hoop. So get another metre, a full metre of wire. Right, now I'm going to start at the top again where the string is, but the first time when I went down here I went round with the wire that way, can you see? So I'm going to go the opposite way this time. So go round once, and twice, and then just kind of tuck that under, And then you want to secure it onto this hoop here. So I'll just go around once, twice, and 3 times. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did round here, but on the other side. Now I have gone round all the way. I'm just going to finish it like I finished the other side. We're going to go around once, twice, 3 times, and then push it up. I've done the exact same amount on this side as I have on the other side, so it's nice and symmetrical. And now I'm going to go around the opposite way as I did before. So I went round that way, I don't know if you can see last time, so I'm going to kind of go around the opposite way so it's like a cross. 1, 2, and then I'm going to cut it. And that is 1 full circle done. And now we're going to do this circle. So I'm going to get another metre of wire. So I've got my metre of wire. And now I'm going to wrap it round the centre where my string is. So I'm going to go around once, twice. It's probably about 3 times. Doesn't really matter, 2 or 3 times will work. And then I'll just make sure that's nice and tight because it doesn't feel as tight. But make sure it's nice and secure. You always got to make sure that that wire is secure. There we go. Yep, the string's still central. So now I'm going to do again. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm just going to start adding my beads exactly as I did before. I'm going to go all the way down onto there. So we start with a clear, clear amethyst, clear amethyst. So we're going to go clear all the way down the wire. Oh, this wire's got loads of bumps in it. Doesn't really matter though, it still goes down. Just takes a bit longer. And we go down and we go wrap, wrap. We get our amethyst. I know I've already shown you, but sometimes people like to be shown a few times. But you can always rewind this video, you know, if you need to look at a certain thing that I've done, so you can see it again. Now I've come to the end of that side. I'm just going to wrap that on 3 times as well. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to go around here to secure it again. So just 1, 1 and 2. And then I'm going to cut that off. As you see, I've got 3 bits of extra wire here from the wire that I've had left from wrapping around here. And now there's just 1 left to do. Now I'm going to wrap this round the opposite way from last time. I'm going to wrap it twice. And then I'm going to wrap it around this one 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to carry on doing exactly what I did on this side. Now I've come to the end of that one. I'm going to wrap it 3 times again around the hoop, and then wrap it once around the centre. where the hoops cross. I think I've gone 3 times there. 2 or 3 times should be fine. And then cut off any excess wire. So there you should have the base of your Suncatcher. Now get your round prism and one of the pieces of wire left over from the ones you've just used and pop it through your ball. Now you're going to pull it together like this and then just twist. Now you're going to twist up about 2 centimetres. So I've just measured there, and this part here is around 2 centimetres. But if you want to just double check that that sits kind of nicely, so I know that it's going to sit my ball about there. So you might want to make it a bit shorter maybe if you want to, but I'm happy with that. So now, like I said, I've done 2 centimetres. I'm going to add these large bead prisms. These are slightly larger, they'll be in the kit if you've got the kit. But they're slightly larger. These ones are 10 millimeters, these beads, and the other ones are 6 millimeters. So 3 beads should be okay, but I'll put 4 in your kit just so you've got an extra just in case you want yours slightly longer. So it should sit like that. And now we're going to attach it to the base. So how we do that is bring it as close as you can to the middle part. It's quite hard to do. Normally I would do this like hung up, and then I could use both my hands, but because I'm doing it on a video, I'm gonna have to do it so I can show you guys. Right, I'm gonna zoom in a bit so you can kind of see. So I've got one piece of wire around the back, one piece of wire around the front, and we're just going to wrap it. So the first wire we're going to wrap around one side, 1, 2, 3. I'm just wrapping the full wire because this ball's quite heavy, so I want to use all the wire. And then this one, we're going around the other side, can you see? So I've just wrapped that one around this side. I'm going to wrap this one around this side. You never want to wrap it around the both. You never want to wrap around the same side because it will not sit symmetrically. It will just sit a bit lopsided. You always want to kind of distribute the weight kind of thing by wrapping around each side. So it sits nice and central, like that. Which I can't really show you properly here, but don't worry, at the end of the video I'll show you. So what I've done there, I'm going to show you clearly here, because it's quite hard to see while I'm doing it, is I've brought it right close to this centre here, and I've wrapped one piece of wire around this side, and the other piece of wire around that side, and that makes it sit a bit more centrally. If it's sitting a bit lopsided, just unwrap it and do it again. But you should be alright. That's actually gone quite nicely. So now I'm going to do the bottom parts. So you need to get your chain. and you want to cut one of them so you've got, so each link I've got here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these, I've got 20 links in each chain. So cut your 50cm piece of chain, so you've got 4 of these chains with 20 links. Don't know if I can show you that a bit closer. So yeah, there's 20 links in that, and you want to cut 4 of them in 20 links. They're about just under 8 centimetres, but I would count the links because then they're going to make it more symmetrical. The links are all perfect, so I've just used scissors to do this. So I have cut 4 20 centimetres, and then cut your last one at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. So the last one is at 30 links, and that one's about 11 centimetres. So these 3 are about just under 8, and this is 11. So 20 links in each chain of these, and this one has 30. So I'll cut them like that. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to get the wire you've got left. You should have quite a lot of wire left actually. And you're going to cut them at around 8 centimetres. And all you're going to need is 4 of them. Actually no, 5. Cut 5 bits of wire at 8 centimetres each. You should have more than enough wire to do this. You should have 5 meters of wire in your kit, so you should be perfectly fine to do this. The first chain, you're gonna add to one of your 8 centimeter bits of wire, and you're gonna wrap that around the bottom, in the center, around the bottom. So hard to do now because I've got this weight here. So we're going to go around. So much wire in this kit, in this Suncatcher. What's that gone round, right? Right, and that is the first chain on. Now the next ones are going to sit about 5 centimetres up your hoop. They're going to sit about 5 centimetres up here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 6 beads and chips up. I'm going to do it. So this is a bit easier than doing the central one. So get your 8 centimetre piece of wire and then put it through the top of one of your chains. These are the 8 centimetre chains and the 8 centimetre wire. This one was your 30 chain piece, 30 linked chain. God, it's so hard to explain. 30 linked chain is in the centre. All the rest are going to go around. So this is the 8 centimetre chain, which has got 20 links, and this is the 8 centimetre wire. There, we got there eventually, didn't we? So now I'm going to wrap that 5 centimetres up this hoop from the centre. And you're just going to wrap it on. Right, so that's the first one done. Now I'm going to show you the second one. And you need to make sure I've done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chips up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chips up. So now I'm going to do the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chips up, and that should be the perfect, yeah, I think that's going to work. But just make sure it sits right visually as well. But that has worked for me. Again, get the exact same chip and wire, and we're going to wrap around. Very fiddly. If you've got like jewellery making tools, they will help you. But if you've not, I do have them, but I'm not using them because, like I always say, I like to show that you don't need many tools to do these things. Because if it's your first time, you probably don't have jewellery tools. So I like to show that you can just do it with a pair of scissors and a ruler. And one of my kits, and you can just get it done with a bit of time and patience. Right, that's the second one done. So I've got 3 chains there on the bottom. Do the next one. That is all your chains on. Just seeing if they sit nice and symmetrically, which they kind of, yeah, they look really good. Now I'm going to add the prisms to the bottom. So get a jump loop. Add the jump loop to your icicle. And then I'm going to add this one to the middle chain first. So the very bottom link, we're just going to add that jump loop to it. And there we go, that's the first ice prism on. So I'm going to show you that again. Get one of your split rings. You can do this with jump loops as well, but I use split rings because they're really, they never come off basically. And I'm going to add that to that little hole there. These are 12mm jump loops, and then I'm going to add it to another one of the bottom links. Again. round again. Last one and then we are finished. And that is our Suncatcher done, and I'll show you it hung up.